Hey everybody, Engineer Coffee, welcome back to Mars. Last episode we built this habitation module off of the farm and we also got some silos done. Let's go ahead and do a little tour. Alright, so we built this habitation module so the farm workers actually have somewhere to stay without having to go back to the apartment complex every time. That was a good suggestion by somebody in the comments. Alright, so we just got the living space down here, living room, dining room, kitchen over there, and then the bedrooms are upstairs. There's 4 bunks there, and then there's a private bedroom up on the top corner there. I think it turned out all right, and then we got an airlock out here to go outside, and then we've got this sky bridge here to go into the farm. So we've got our main rotating farm over here. Everything is still normal there. Haven't planted anything yet. There's a bunch of seeds that we need, so I am stockpiling seeds at the moment. All right, come through this side, we got the lab, and then we've got our farm plot over here. Looks like we've got stuff grown. We built these harvesters as well for the seed room here to collect all of these plants. So I'm doing most of my growing here, trying to get some seeds. Yeah, looks like we're doing pretty good. We need at least 20 of each, so it's getting there. All right, there we go. New round of plants, so we can get those going. Got a bunch of potatoes going at the moment. Let's see, let's go out onto the roof. Go through this little airlock here. This one just constantly sucks air through, which is fine. All right, then here we can walk out to our silos and our excavator, and the overall consensus is this guy is the king crab, and I like it. So we have the name finally. This is the king crab. We can come down this ladder here and walk across the catwalk. Got stair access down there to go to the crab. All right, so here we have our silos. They match the design of what we have over on the main base over there for our ore silo. So that turned out pretty good. And then we got a pad here for our king crab. Alright, I'd like to thank all my members, but I'd like to thank my newest member, Dex. Thank you for your support. Alright, if you'd like to join, there should be a button down below. Otherwise, please like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, well, today I'd like to take the king crab out and get him finished set up. I think there's stuff we need to do with the airlocks and some setups with the vent controllers and things, and then also get some tardigrades to land here and transport material back over to here. So I think that's on the docket today, but I think the first thing I want to do is let's go back over here to the landing pad. Alright, so let's come back over here, and I've got the little snub fighter here on the landing pad. I want to take him out. There is a base not too far away. There we go, there's a base not too far away. There's this regional headquarters that the group already hates us. So I'd like to just go ahead and take them out and then pillage them for some parts, because we are definitely getting low on parts over at the main base there. So we'll replenish the stocks of parts and get rid of an enemy at the same time, so I think that'll work. Might as well divert off over here and get this unknown signal. And we're not special today. And where's the cargo? There you are. Oh, another potato. Why are we having such good luck with potatoes? Oh man, took us forever to find coffee. Funny if the meteors just took them out. Alright, well, the security grid is activated, so we'll see what that brings us. I do have a camera. There we go. Oh, great. We have a drone, and it's headed for us. Okay, well, we'll stay at range of the base, and let's see if we can take this guy out. Come on, get some hits. There we go. Is this guy coming in for a kamikaze run? I think he's taken out. I don't think he has a gun left on him. Well, I think we took out the weapons on that drone, but I think he's trying to kamikaze us, but we have another one right here, so that's fine. Oh, no, 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 leave me alone. Okay, I think we got another one. Ooh, they are really trying to take us out here. Probably should have brought a, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Let's just come in for a strafe. We gotta get this antenna out of here. I didn't realize it had so many guns. Oh, mama. Get out of here. Oh yeah, that hurts. That hurt a lot. Ooh, there's a lot of spare parts flying off. I don't know we took out the antenna though. Yeah, I still see the regional headquarters, so I'm a little scared. Come on. Come on. Don't crash. Don't crash. Please don't crash. Okay, did we get all the guns? I think we may have gotten all the guns. That looks like it's just a beacon left. Okay, let's just take out this antenna. Okay, antenna is gone. Alright, yeah, these guys are definitely trying to kamikaze me. Let's see if we can park underneath the base here and get them to maybe crash into the building instead of us. Oh, we are dropping though. I think we lost some upward thrust. We are drifting downward. Or we lost a battery, I can't really tell. We don't have much power. Oof. Okay, let's get in here. Ow. Okay, let's just park it right there. We definitely don't have any weapons left on them. I think we're okay. I think those guys are just gonna fly. Is he gonna come towards me? You gonna come at me? Is he gonna dive off? Come here. Pick you up. There we go. Bye. That guy's gonna stay at range, evidently. Can you just stop? Okay, is he gonna come back? Finally coming back? Here we go. Well, hurt a little bit. We're alright though. Let's see, the brain was in here somewhere. Alright, did we damage any of the precious cargo? Doesn't look like it. Wow. Protect panels, nice. And we're full. Of course we are. Getting low on hydrogen. Do I have a tank in here? I thought I did. Oh, I have 2 oxygen tanks on here, but I don't have any hydrogen tanks. Alright, well we're gonna come back here with the lobster anyway. But let's see if we can... You know, I was hoping to find a parking spot up here. Maybe. Oops. Ow. Okay, that works. Nothing too special there. Okay, let's just put stuff back into here. What do we got? Magnesium, cobalt. Got some platinum. Platinum, silicon, cobalt. More platinum. Let's go inside. Let's see, that's the oxygen generator. We got a little bit of ice. Oh, we'll take those bottles though. Let's see what we got in here. A gun. Okay. Gold, platinum, more gold. I think we're actually out of gold, so that's pretty nice. Advanced tools, that's nice. Take all those. Flatbread, some chili, and some fruit bars. Cobalt, uranium, silicon. Okay, what do we got here? More money. Ooh, we got an assembler. Nah, nothing in the assembler. Okay. Some pretty good loot find. Let's see how much we can repair on the ship. Let's go back and get the lobster and take all the stuff. Looks like I missed one up thrust. Re-welding this guy. Oops. That's alright. We seem to be flying okay now. Power kit, and... don't know. I should probably put one of these antennas at a longer range. I think I had them all dialed down because I was getting annoyed with all the HUD stuff. But I should probably dial one of them up. Yeah, it looks like I got a 5... Yeah, I've got a 5 kilometer range. Yeah, I should probably increase that. Alright, I got an idea. I don't really have a welder wall, except for this one right here in the Hab Fab. So let's go ahead and see if we can get those guys turned on and get this ship welded up and fixed up. There we go. All the welders are on. Can we get ourselves situated in here and get all welded up? Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, got grinders on the lobster and he's completely empty, so let's go get all this stuff. We might fill up pretty quick, because a lot of those containers had a ton of ore and stuff in them. It was a pretty good find. Huh, did those drones disappear? I didn't think I had trash cleanup on. Here, let's get a connector on here. See how much we can transfer into the ship. All right, let's get a T there. A straight piece there. And we'll get it all welded up. I guess there's not quite as much as I thought. It's only holding 5,000. Should be alright. Oh, well, I think I was worried more than I should have been. I think we're alright. Now we got a storage depot over there with people that hate us as well. See, there was like another like 23k worth of silicon into this barrel, so we should see a spike. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're still doing okay on storage. Okay, we'll let the timer clear out all the stuff that's buried in the voxels, and we should be good. Alright, we actually got a pretty good haul here. We got some platinum, silicon, cobalt, nickel, and some gold. Alright, well, I think we're doing pretty good on ores and ingots now. Gold we're still pretty low on, but we'll get these going. Alright, and since I'm already in the mood, let's just go ahead and take out this storage depot as well. This probably should be less of a threat than the headquarters were. This probably only has interior turrets. I don't know if they'll call drones, though. Oh, never mind, there is an actual full turret on this guy. And it did spawn a drone. Okay. Alright, where's the drone? There it is. Make sure we lock onto the right thing. Boom. Get some hits, please. There we go. Okay, I think we took the gun out. Let's see if we can get this gun. Oh yeah, we took that one out pretty good. And we took that one out. And there must be a gun on the interior, because our gun's still going nuts. Okay, there we go. The antenna is down. Alright, you are out of the fight, right? Yeah. Okay, just a little bit on fire. Hey, is that guy still walking? That guy's still trying to crawl around. Okay, just be done, dude. Now we have an unknown distress signal over there. Oh man, we get parts for days. Let's see, did he take out that turret in here? He was aiming at it, but I don't know if he did. Looks like it. I think it's smoking back there. Oh no, it's still alive. There we go. Oh yeah, we almost blew up these. That's not great. Cobalt, nickel, magnesium, silicon. Okay. Okay, so Prototech scrap, a frame, some cobalt, that's nice. Okay, then some just general parts in there, that's alright. Iron, nickel, silicon, cobalt inside the assembler, that's really good. Alright, well another good raid here. Let's get the lobster and get this guy ground down. Anything special on this wreck? Not seeing a cargo container at all yet, actually. Got a beacon in there. It's got 11% fuel in it. I don't know if I really care. We got plenty of ice. Hey, there's a cargo container. Anything cool in you? Nickels and power cells. There was something in here. There we go. Where's this entrance? Where am I supposed to be going through? Ah, there we go. Okay. Alright, a rifle and a rocket launcher. Anything else? That was the cargo container we already checked out. Yeah, ore detector with no detector components. Deborah's hitting us again, so we got that going. Alright, well, let's just grind this guy down. Wait, is that a jump drive? Are we getting superconductors? Yeah, we might be getting superconductors right now. Alright, let's get a GPS here because we are getting full in the lobster. And let's go ahead and get this guy back to base, get him unloaded, and then we'll come back. Because, yeah, he is full. I wonder if we should have gone to the trade outpost and dropped some stuff off. I don't know what we have for contracts. Let's just go ahead and drift home, and then we'll see if we can load this guy up with what we need. Silicon ore, metal grid. Oh, we got plenty of metal grid. Displays, computers, detectors, motors, and silver. Alright, let's complete these contracts. See, that's inside our character inventory. That one is as well. We might as well accept some new contracts while we're here. Oh, fruit and veggies. Okay. Alright, what do they got for sale? That's right, they're ships. And ramen and fruit pastries. I don't see a need to buy anything at the moment, but we've got over 10 million. Nice. Alright, let's go take the king crab out into the field and let's, well, let's go back to the ice field actually, and let's get some stuff set up on it, and then also get some tardigrades out here. We'll unlock. Lower that guy down. I guess that button's alright. I probably should have put button somewhere else. Would have been kind of nice actually to have it on that guy, so it would go up and down with it, but that's alright. I did redo this a little bit. I just did a double door instead of trying to do some type of airlock system with the tank, because if I were to do it, I'd have to make sure the O2H2 generators are off, and that's easy enough, but then if it's connected up to the base or something, then it's still going to get oxygen and still fill that tank. So it's going to be more of a pain than it's worth, I think. So we're just going to do it this way. All right, let's go ahead and just, oops, get rid of all this stuff on the toolbar. We want to control that, and then did I make a group of batteries? I did. Recharge on and off. All right, let's put that bottom connector on there as well for switch lock. All right, these lights don't actually go that far for like headlights. Maybe we should have more. Let's go over here. Let's do a little bit of retrofitting before we get too far away from all of our resources. That eye up there still cracks me up. All right, where else could we put... I guess we could put them right here on the front. Really wish we had like a 90-degree one. Like this, but actually face down, so you could, you know, mount it to the underside there and it would shine out. I guess right there would probably be fine, actually. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's see, and let's get back into the cab. I need to span those arms out. Bring those down right there. Alright, it was pointed out to me that these are on wrong, and that's actually true. So it's scooping right now that it's scooping underneath and then scooping in to here, and technically it should scoop the other way. It should scoop up here and drop into the bucket. So all of them are upside down. That's easy enough. We'll just take them off and redo it. Oh yeah, that arm is off. That's unfortunate. Let's just redo that. Oh, it just doesn't have any torque. That's what it was. Alright, there we go. Now they're scooping upward. And let's get rid of this guy. Oops. I got a little bit more scrap than I was expecting, actually. Like I'm grinding too fast. I don't quite understand. Alright, and we're reattached. And that means we can take the torque down on this guy. Alright, guys, so before we should leave, we should probably make sure we have all the event controllers and other things while we're standing here with all of our cargo. So let's go ahead and put this stuff back. My cargo is really full. Alright, I already got 2 event controllers on here. These are doing the doors to make sure that the outer doors are closed before you open the inner one, and vice versa, so we don't lose oxygen, or as much oxygen as possible. Alright, let's get another event controller in here. I want that guy to be... Alright, this guy is going to turn on and off our lights. Let's see, we want... I'm going to call this one drill stowed. We're going to do some actions off of it. So we want angle, rotor hinge angle, and we're going to select the hinge drill, the driven one. Add that block. Right now it's at a negative, so we want it when it's positive 90. Let's do like positive 85. Equal to or greater than, that works. All right, the only action I have for it right now is when it's greater than, it's going to turn off the lights, and then it's going to turn them back on, that are on the drill head here. So it's just going to take these 4 lights right here and turn them off when it's stowed. I think that will be good. Let's tilt this guy forward so we can get access to the backside and put more event controllers and things on. And I keep falling down the hole. We're going to put a grate over top of it. Okay, we got another event controller on there. That's going to be for the connector. Okay, so when it is connected, we want to turn on and off our antennas. So off on the antenna, turn it back on. Same with the ore detector. Not the beacon. The beacon needs to just stay on, I believe, because it's going to be a reference point for the drones. All right, let's do the batteries. Batteries need to be recharge on. And then disconnected. I mean, if we disconnect and there's no batteries, it's not going to do anything, but we'll just go ahead and turn it back to auto just to be redundant. I'm going to put additional lights back here. Let's see. Orange is probably better. I don't really like how that sits. I can take that off, right? I always forget about using these, but what if we put the piston head on here? Yeah, the square head. Does that look any better? I mean, it just kind of covers up the conveyor a bit. Alright, there we go. That looks a lot better. I made these guys on the back here error lights because I want to turn off the drills and turn these lights on when the ore gets full. Alright, so we want our ore container here. Let's do a threshold of like, I don't know, 95%? It's going to be really full. When it's really full, we just want to turn off the drill heads, and then we want to turn on and off these strobes. So we want to turn it on, then when it gets less full, we're going to turn them off. There we go. There might be other actions we can do with it, but that should work for now. Do I have an action relay on here? Oh, I do have an action relay. Okay, good. I wasn't sure, because we need that to control the drones. You know, I think that's probably pretty good. Let's go take this guy out to the ice field. All right, let's bring this guy up and see if it's going to turn off the lights. Yay, there we go. We can stow it up. I think that's pretty good for now. How's our headlights doing? They're alright. It's definitely better than it was. Alright, here we are back in the ice field. Probably dig from this direction. How far out we can cantilever. But there we go, our lights turn on. That's pretty good. You know, I do think we need to have something that locks this guy down. It is wobbly. We'll definitely have to bring the lobster over and get this guy situated somehow to have a clamp on the back of him or something to lock him down to the ground, because yeah, that's a bit wobbly. I know we're not full of anything, but still. Oh, I actually don't have the best view from out the cockpit here. That might be something to do too, is put a camera on here. Alright, that's working really good to get all that ice. We didn't get that little line, but that's on me. Just not being very good with the drill. But we got a ton of ice now. Ore container, we got 281,000 and we are only less than 1% full. Yeah, we can haul ice for days. So we're not going to test those air lights anytime soon. Alright, we're back here in the old factory. Are we missing a Leo over here? I think we are. We took him out and did something with him. Yeah, I think it was during the 50th episode we ground him down. We should probably produce another one of those at some point. That's alright, we got some defense still. Remember, we did make this Tardigrade in the 50th episode as a demo, and we ran out of, yeah, motors. So we didn't have motors for any of this stuff. So we need to do that. Probably should get the merge block back on there and get it welded up. We should have access to, yeah, to our full container now, so we can get this guy fixed up. Alright, there we go. We got a working tardigrade. Let's get him out of the bay here. Let's go fly over. Actually, I should grab some material while we're here. Alright, let's just park you there for a second. I want to get some material. We need stuff for like a camera. Also want some things for a few timers and some event controllers. That should be good. Let's go ahead and fly back over. Alright, I have a feeling we're going to have to come in here sideways with the drone. I don't know if we want to connect on forward. I feel like he's going to hit that beacon otherwise. I guess it's alright. Probably would be better sideways, though. We can give it a try like that. Alright, got the prefixes renamed in here. Let's see if I remember how I programmed these things. We have a delay in here. Oh, that was to get it to charge up. That was for the peanut one. That's where this model has come from. So it gives it enough time to get charged, which I guess we don't want that on this one. We want this guy to have a little bit of a delay. Why not? Before it undocks. But we don't need a 2.5 minute timer for it to charge up. We'll do that from the silo. That's probably fine. Alright, so we want the dock to miner. Let's go ahead and check that one out. We don't want the batteries. We want the connector to lock. That's fine. Thrusters off. Collector, connector, collect all? No, I don't think we want collect all. Because otherwise it'll start grabbing dirt and stuff, which we don't want. We only want it to do ice, so we have to have the sorters to do that. So it's turning on our inward sorters. And it's turning off the out one. That's good. Okay, I think that's all that needs to do. Let's go find those sorters real quick. Because yeah, right now these guys aren't filtering anything. So we need to do a white list of ice. Alright, that works. It's just filtering ice. That's what's going to fill up the cargo container. And then the outward doesn't need anything. That's all fine. So that'll get to dock to the miner. And then let's check the undock here. Yeah, we can give it a little bit of a delay. Why not? I don't care. For its actions, it's going to enable the batteries, which there should still be on. That's fine. Turn the thrusters on. Let's turn that collector thingy off. Plays the go to silo, that's good. Then unlocks the connector, and then it transmits the message. Okay, that's all good. Transmits message 2. Let's find that broadcast controller and check out what that message is. Returning to silo. Okay, so heading to King Crab. Battery low, battery recharged, and it's got a custom name. This is the Tardi Eye. Okay, so that should handle those two. That's good. So we should be able to trigger the dock to miner right now, and then it would turn on the sorters and get it all loaded. All right, let's look at these event controllers. We got battery high, turns on the go fill, and then it also does the undock from silo, which triggers the going away. So that's fine, that's good. Okay, so those are probably fine. The event controller for empty go fill, it's got a threshold. Yeah, we have nothing in there right now. All right, so it's got the containers there, and then what is it doing? It's going to undock from the silo, and that is all. Okay, that's easy enough. All right, this one is full, 95%, both cargo containers. Selected actions is it does the undock from miner. All right, since we have that event controller and we're only using one base to charge up, we don't need this timer either. Let's see, why are you doing what you're doing? Stop you. Let's give that like a 5-second delay, why not? The dock to miner has a 2-second delay just so it kind of settles out before it clamps onto the connector, so that's all fine. All right, let's see, we need the go to miner. We got the king crab selected. Let's go ahead and give this guy a flight real quick. So we need the remote control. Where are you? Okay, that's good. Dampeners need to be on. That would be really good. Let's get it pretty high for our first waypoint. Do we have, which one is this one? Go to miner and go to silo. Okay. And then we're going to do above and slightly behind. Let's do another number 6. Then we'll come down. We'll really drive it down. Hit number 6 again. And we should be good. Let's fly over here. Let's see, the timer for the undock from miner. Let's go ahead and turn that guy off so he stays docked. But hopefully he'll get still triggered, started by the event controller. So let's see if we can start this guy. So controller, AI flight move, we want the AI behavior on. And we want the go to miner on. And play. That's right, I forgot. This guy we need to set up an action. At waypoint 3, we need to set up the action of dock to miner. We need to start that. Let's turn AI behavior off on that one. Get the remote control again. We can just play that, right? Yeah, it turns the AI behavior on automatically. Okay, it gets a little bit leveled out. It's loading. Alright, it does take a little while to load, but that's because these miners have the small sorters on them. I probably should have built it better. Maybe in the future we'll make a better drone, but this works. It's definitely going to take a long time to unload this cargo off of here, though. So let's see, yeah, we're going to be able to hold about 50, 54. Alright, which is like 2/5 of this cargo container here, which means we're not going to have any luck with the ore. Yeah, we got 281 in here. Alright, so we should have the full. Yes, we do. It is 100%. This should have triggered the undock from miner. Let's check it out. Okay, it did do the undock from miner. It is triggered. It has the 5 seconds here. It's ready to go. It's just off. So the minute we turn it on, it'll start flying over to the, well, it'll trigger the undock from miner, which the setup actions of it, enable auto, go to silo is what it's going to play. So we need to go set up that go to silo. Let's see, let's come in from this angle off the backside, because in theory the other tardigrade is going to be coming off the food one, and then going over to the base, which I guess that's a short trip. All right, 100 meters sounds pretty good. Let's go ahead and record that one. Come in close, we'll record that one. Drive down, hit number 8 again. See, so that was the go to silo. Yes, we have 3 waypoints, so that's good. Setup actions, again, all we need to do is do the dock to silo, start, and we should be good. All right, so the silo ice has a collect all, so that will suck out material faster. That is good. Let's see if we can find this sorter in the floor. Okay, sorter here for ice is drain all active. We want to remove that one. We want to get ice. Okay, now that sorter will suck the ice out. I believe we already had this guy set up over... let's see, that is the ice one, right? Yes. Okay, I believe we had this one over here set up already. Yes, it does ice, but it's not doing a drain all, because we don't want the ice to just be sucked out of the silos. It needs to stay as long as possible. Should probably put this one on the toolbar, but that's all right. Go to silo. Let's just go ahead. Well, AI flight, we need to turn that AI behavior on. Go to silo. Play. Oh yeah, we went up to 100 meters. Okay, it locked on, the thrusters are off. The batteries are on recharge, that's good. There we go, headed to King Crab. Awfully low, but I guess it's working. That's a little scary, because I don't think it has collision avoidance off. So maybe we should have done the King Crab waypoint up higher. Okay, yeah. This is where the waypoint is for the King Crab, so we need to have this guy higher so it clears the wind turbines and other things, depending on where we are. Okay, but it locked on, that's good. And it's loading with cargo, so we're good there. Oh no, I got disconnected from, so I have no energy. And I don't even have my coffee on me. I'm gonna turn that undock from miner off again. Let's see, and then this timer that should be triggered, yes, it is. We can go ahead and turn you on, and you should start flying off. There we go. Returning to the silo. Cool. Hopefully we don't have to do like another AI block that is just a flight to undock to get up into the air high enough before it comes over to us. We'll see. Wow, it really goes slow into this approach here. Maybe we should have it recharge, wait to recharge, because it unloads really fast. Yeah, it goes really fast on this one for the undock from silo, because it unloads really fast, so we're not getting any charge on the battery here. Yeah, we're still at 75%. But yeah, I think for the undock from silo, we do need to have a timer in here, so let's give at least a couple minutes. Otherwise, it's really just going to be draining the battery and then till it goes empty, rather than kind of getting a trickle charge. We're getting a little bit of exposure level, which means the sun is out, even though I can't see it, but okay. Yeah, maybe those should definitely charge the batteries when they're docked up here to the miner. Because how much battery? We got a bunch of battery on this guy, right? Yeah, we got 8 days worth of battery just sitting here. We could definitely have the tardigrade charge off of us. Alright, and we flew into a snowstorm. That's fun. Okay, that's right. I think we're done. Alright, well I won't bore you with setting up another tardigrade. We'll have to get it printed off, and then this guy will go from here over to... I don't know, I guess it could go all the way over to the silo over there at the main base, but that feels silly. We'll probably just have it go to one of these pads over here, because it can charge both ways. It can probably just go over here.
Fuel critical.
Ooh, I barely made that. Where's bottles? Give me a bottle. Alright, let's go take the fighter back to the main base. I want to do one more thing before we call it an episode. Alright, we do have completed rail sections in here. That's good. That's what I wanted to go check out. Ah, Deborah, get me in the building. Alright, it's been a really long time since we've made a track section, but I want to get some done here. Let's see, let's get our thing on. There we go. Dock up to our projector. Alright, let's park up here for a second. We need to get a hinge on there. Yeah, sideways hinge. Okay. You can go right there, get welded up, and then what I think I'm gonna do is we're gonna go right here. Right, there we go. We got a battery out here. Alright, let's get that guy on recharge for a bit and get him charged up. Alright, well that's charging up. Let's go check our ice storage and see what's going on over here. Look at that. We got a bunch of ice now. 279 there, 189 there, and 40k in all of our irrigation systems. Alright, that's pretty nice. Yes, we could reduce the timer on this one, right? That was too long to charge up. Yeah, see, we got the undock from miner here. Let's go ahead and stop it. Let's make it 1 minute, and let's just trigger it now. Should probably turn off that broadcast controller though, because that's going to get obnoxious going back and forth like that. It's more of just for debugging to know if it's working or not. Alright, looks like our battery is charged, so let's go ahead and turn it back to auto. Alright, I'm going to cut this guy free right here. We'll merge it back together at some point, but for now, we're going to get this guy disconnected so it's off the grid. There we go. Now this set of rail is on its own grid, so hopefully it won't smack us around when we try to connect up and do other things. So let's lift this guy up and get him into place and see if it's going to wreck us today. It's been a while. We built a lot since we've built a track, so hopefully it's not going to be too chaotic. Right, there we go. We got our spaceport off in that direction. We'll probably head towards the orange one. But for now, let's just go ahead and head straight. That's fine. Alright, that feels pretty good. I'm good with a slight slope downward, because eventually I want to get this guy down to the ground by the time we get to the launch site. I think that'll be nice. Okay, so turn the projector on. There we go. Okay, yep, there we go. And then do we weld this guy up? I think it was easier to do by hand, actually, so we didn't waste a whole bunch of steel, if I remember correctly. This guy can go up here for now. Alright, this is the way. We're not going to waste so much hydrogen this way. Oh yeah, we're sinking. Oh, that's not great. I was supposed to lock it down to the ground first. Alright, we're currently at -1. That's working. We need to get this guy to go down so we can get a landing gear on it. That is the problem. Okay, there we go. We're locked down to the ground. Now can we turn it into a station? There we go. Convert to station. Now we're good. Now we shouldn't wobble. Alright, now we just gotta weld up some pillars. Alright, then if I remember, yeah. Okay, then I hit number 9. Drive this guy up, right? That's not working. Is my antenna on? I don't think my antenna is on. And then is this antenna on? No. There we go. And now let's try it. There we go. That's better. Turns out I might need those thrusters on here. We are pretty full. We're still pretty well loaded. I guess we can't haul that much. Alright, well it wouldn't be Mars if we didn't have a storm to ruin all of our cinematics, but I think we got it all. How much steel do I have left? Oh, I got tons. So probably didn't need to haul that much. And then I didn't put anything in my inventory here to get these merge blocks, so I'll have to get those. Alright, there we go. Got the merge blocks welded up. These guys are all done. Which means we can now disconnect from this. Alright, now let's go ahead and turn dampeners on. We are connected. That's good. We want to disconnect this one. Alright, that is detached, which means we want to go in here and convert to ship. There we go. Alright, let's drop this guy off right there and let's go back to base and get the Tardigrande. Well, let's climb into the old Tardigrande. It's been a while since we've used this guy. Alright, into the cockpit. What do we got? Do we have a connector? We do not. I think we just used P on this one. Let's see, that's not what I wanted. That's what I want. Alright, we're flying. Alright, the one here on the left is the one with the hinge on it, so that's one we want to pick up first. So we lower our gear down. Let's see, where's the center? I think it's the white line over here, is the center line. Hey, we have a hole in our building. We must have had a meteor hit there. We're missing a fan and part of the wall. Okay, well, I guess I gotta fix that. I'm glad it's not on a pressurized part of the base. That's good. Alright, let's focus on this stuff though. Alright, there we go. Ready to lock. Lock those two down. And then we want to unmerge it. The left side. There we go. We are unmerged. We can get this guy out of here. And then in theory we can hit number 6 here to re-weld another section. Alright, well we'll let that fab up and let's go get this section put in place. Alright, well I think it's finally calmed down, but maybe welding that up was a bad choice because it certainly made the game a slideshow trying to get that welded up. I think it's every time it welds a conveyor. Our conveyor network is so large and crazy that it goes a little nuts. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy lined up and in place. There we go. All merged up. Which means we can unlock those two and raise them up and go get the next section. Alright, let's lower the gear again. How are we doing sideways? Yeah, that's pretty good. We're not very level though. Okay, and down just a bit till we see the ready to lock. There we go. 3 and 4. Sounded really violent. Let's go ahead and stop that welding over there on the left side. We don't need that. Right side unmerge. Go ahead and worry about that welding later because that was a slideshow. Turning that on, so we're going to need to leave it off. Part of me wants to put more forward thrust on this guy because it's got a slow acceleration, but the other side of me is okay with this slow control because that's a lot of stuff poking out. Alright, let's get the mid-rail lined up. There we go. It's pretty well aligned. Ooh, it's a hard snap. Okay, we're on. Alright, now back for the last one. Well, that's not what I need while building a track as a meteor storm, so we'll see how this goes. I really should have the turrets on the Tardigrande here. I have them on the sides that I was going to put them on and I never did. Alright, well those seem to be off to the side. We're alright. Ready to lock on both. 3 and 4 to lock it down. Left merge off. Lift it out. Alright, last section. Let's get this guy in place here. Come on, we gotta get close. Are we way too far over? Ooh, there we go. Ooh, down a little bit. There we go. 3 and 4 to unlock. Retract it up. Looks like we got a storm brewing, so perfect timing. Alright, let's go bring the Tardigrande back and we'll bring the Langostine for the next section. Let's line this guy up, hopefully. Alright, that's as close to perfect as we're gonna get. Ooh, that was a violent sounding lockdown. Hopefully we didn't break anything. Alright, well, before we leave, let's see if we can patch up this hole. Ooh, I forgot how many motors these things take. Goodness. Stand on here? I can. There we go. Alright, there we go. Like it never happened. Alright, let's get this section hooked up right here. This guy needs to be turned, actually.
Health low.
Ow, Deborah. Okay. Alright, there we go. Do I have the parts for that? I do not. Okay, and attach, and we're good. Now that section is done. Well, that's right, I would have had the parts if I actually ground this guy off like I was supposed to. Okay, now I gotta clean all this stuff up. We'll see how much we can get done here. Since we have the storm, we might as well. There we go, now the storm's clearing up. Alright, well this is where I'm going to call it an episode. We got a lot of progress done. We got a drone on the king crab to come back here to the ice silo. We got another section of track built and relearn how to use the langoustine and the Tardigrande. And we also raided some neighbors and got a lot of resources, so it's been fairly productive. Alright, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.